Historically, folks give during this time for multiple reasons. Part of it is we're thinking a lot about our families. We're thinking about gratitude. We're thinking about presents and gifts and the things that we have. And that can also remind us that with that abundance, we want to share that with others.
This is Hourglass, the podcast for United Way of King County in Seattle. Coming up, a conversation about our year-end giving campaign, Hope Doesn't Quit, Neither Do We. When you invest in United Way's work through our annual year-end giving campaign, you help us strengthen our community and ensure that everyone has the support they need. For this episode, we'll chat with United Way Chief Philanthropy Officer Anna Cronin about campaign topics such as the programs we fund, our Board of Directors match, and the importance of giving this time of year. We will also discuss our upcoming free tax preparation campaign and the local volunteer opportunity. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for tuning in. Let's talk about numbers, beginning with our calendar year. It's safe to say that 2025 has been a challenging time for many in our state. The year had scarcely begun before My Northwest News reported in February that Washington state residents say they were spending an average of $263 per person on groceries each month, with 42% saying that they were struggling to afford groceries. The grocery bill hikes that have greatly impacted people's pocketbooks since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic have been challenging enough. There's also been the federal debt reduction bill in July that mandated some of the largest cuts to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, in its history. 3 months later, the federal government shutdown furloughed about 750,000 government workers nationwide, including 80,000 in Washington state. Before it ended recently, the shutdown not only became the longest federal stoppage in U.S. history, it halted SNAP funding to about 42 million Americans, many of whom are still struggling to put enough food on the table. At United Way of King County, we've been working tirelessly to address the needs of our neighbors. That's why we're grateful to report these numbers in 2025. 4,000 households receive food each week via our home grocery delivery program. 15,000 youth this summer receive food through our free summer meals program at 175 sites throughout King County. More than 500,000 children in Washington state receive funding for groceries this summer via Summer EBT, a new federal nutrition program that provides low-income families with $120 per child for groceries during the summer. And at a time when many families are struggling to keep food on the table, pay for rent, utilities, and other needs, 18,000 of our neighbors accessed more than $17 million in tax credits and refunds by taking advantage of our free tax preparation campaign. Time and again, communities in King County have entrusted United Way to address issues such as food and financial insecurity. We show up where our neighbors say their greatest needs are. And right now, we need your help. From Giving Tuesday on December 2nd to the end of the year, United Way is holding our year-end giving campaign that we've entitled Hope Doesn't Quit, Neither Do We. Our campaign offers a way for our community to support families facing hunger. Every donation makes a difference in providing groceries, hot meals, and emergency food assistance to our neighbors. Our aim is to channel resources to nonprofit organizations that serve those who are most impacted. For this episode of Hourglass, we've asked United Way Chief Philanthropy Officer Anna Cronin to discuss our year-end giving campaign. Anna will discuss topics like the programs we hope to fund, our Board of Directors match, and the importance of giving this time of year. She begins with the number key to our efforts, our financial target, which is what we hope to raise during the campaign.
Our financial target is we're hoping to raise $280,000 from supporters. And this campaign is going to fund our work in what we call our Neighbor Fund. Our Neighbor Fund is the body of work that helps support our food security work, our early childhood education work, our post-secondary education work to support folks who need help meeting their basic needs to graduate college, and our eviction prevention work.
What is the significance of this year's campaign at this time? On the heels of the government shutdown being lifted, and folks are still feeling the aftermath of that. And I know United Way did a lot to give funds in terms of food security during the shutdown. So what is the significance now, and on the heels of the shutdown being lifted and people still needing support?
Absolutely. Most of our messaging in our year-end campaign is focused specifically on our food work, partly because folks are suffering. SNAP benefits may have been turned back on, but there's still a significant reduction from the bill that was passed earlier this year. Grocery prices are outrageous and continue to go up. And we just want to make sure that all families, everyone, has enough food, that our grocery delivery is well funded, that kids have breakfast before school. We know there's lots of research that shows how important it is for kids to go into their class with a full belly. And we really want to make sure that our community both understands that we are doing this work and then helps come alongside us and fund this work.
How have United Way's campaigns gone thus far in 2025?
We have seen some really wonderful growth in our financial fundraising campaigns. We just learned today in a meeting that our October fundraising was the highest it has been in 5 years. Really significant. So I think our community understands that United Way of King County is an important partner in this work, and they're coming alongside us to make sure that it's well funded. Our team has done an incredible job building a really solid campaign that both aims to bring in support for United Way of King County, but also tell our story. We will have billboards, we will have video streaming advertisement, we will have advertisement on podcasts on Spotify and music on Spotify. And all of that is about raising awareness about the work that we do and raising funds to help support that work. I'm really, really proud of the intentional work that the team has done and how skillfully they've been able to put together an incredible year-end campaign. I also want to send a huge amount of gratitude to our board. They have come together to put together a match. We're deploying it throughout the campaign. Our first match is $40,000. So all of your donations made on Giving Tuesday will be matched dollar for dollar up to $40,000 from members of our board. We're still collecting some of those gifts, and so we're going to have another match that we will deploy around the end of the season. Again, your gifts will be matched dollar for dollar by our wonderful board of directors.
Like many nonprofit organizations, United Way is launching its year-end giving campaign on Giving Tuesday, a worldwide day of generosity that takes place on the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving, the Black Friday launch of the holiday shopping season, and the Cyber Monday promotional effort that encourages people to shop online. There's even a Giving Tuesday website that says the global movement began in 2012 in New York City at the 92nd Street Y and its Belfer Center for Innovation and Social Impact. Giving Tuesday is now celebrated across 6 continents, and Cronin says that it falls in line with the spirit of giving that regularly occurs this time of year, particularly in December.
30% of all giving happens in the month of December. And of that 30%, I think 60% of that happens in the last week of December. And historically, folks give during this time for multiple reasons. Part of it is we're thinking a lot about our families. We're thinking about gratitude. We're thinking about, presents and gifts and the things that we have. And that can also remind us that with that abundance, we want to share that with others. So that's part of why December is such a heavy giving month. It's also historically because folks get a tax benefit from gifts, right? Gifts are tax deductible. And so folks in general are trying to get that gift in by year end.
So if I'm listening to this podcast and I want to get involved on Giving Tuesday and rest of the year, how do I do that?
Go right to our website. There's a button to donate and make your gift. We also are doing lots of advertising. We're spreading the message across different platforms. So if you see United Way messaging around helping support our hunger efforts, click on any of those banners. It'll take you right to the page to donate.
Perfect. Anna Cronin, United Way of King County's Chief Philanthropy Officer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope doesn't quit. Neither do we. When you invest in United Way's work through our year-end giving campaign, you help us strengthen our community and ensure that everyone has the support they need. For more information, log on to uwkc.org/donate. Do you love food and nourishing the community? The University District Food Bank is looking for volunteers to help serve food insecure members of our community. If you have just a few hours a week to give, you can make a great impact on people's lives. The food bank has volunteer opportunities on Monday through Saturday, with some shifts during evening hours. For more information, log on to udistrictfoodbank.org/getinvolved. United Way of King County's free tax preparation campaign is gearing up for another tax season. Funded by United Way, the IRS, and the City of Seattle, United Way's free tax prep service is for individuals who make up to $80,000 a year or up to $96,000 for non-single filers. United Way tax prep specialists help clients understand their tax situations and take advantage of benefits such as the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Working Families Tax Credit. In 2025, United Way served 18,200 of our neighbors, helping them access more than $16 million in tax credits and refunds. United Way tax sites will open on January 25th, but currently we are seeking volunteers for more than 20 free tax prep locations throughout King County, including sites at the downtown Seattle Library and in South Center Mall, as well as our virtual tax site. Volunteers are fully trained and IRS certified. To sign up, log on to uwkc.org/taxvolunteer. At United Way of King County, we are working side by side with communities to build an equitable future for everyone. Hourglass United Way is a podcast that highlights how we and our partners spend time making a difference in our communities. Our work is made possible by the generous donations from people like you. Please send comments and suggestions about our podcast to hourglassunitedway@gmail.com. To learn more about our work or to support United Way, log on to uwkc.org. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for listening. Until next time.